Hello students, now I am going to talk about the topic cash flow statement analysis, which is a part of the subject 601F financial statement analysis of 6th semester in the old course of BBA. Now we all know about this term cash flow statement analysis, and most of you have done this analysis in your class 12 if you have accounting as a subject. But its utility and the interpretation or the use of cash flow statement analysis is important to be learned at this level of your course. Now, first of all, let me tell you that cash is very important for an organization to run both in the short run as well as in the long run. In order to maintain the solvency of it and the liquidity factor in the short run, maintaining the flow of cash is very important. Otherwise, the investors loses all their hopes and expectations from the organization, and they doubt their operations level, and that this is the reason why it is very important to maintain the adequate flow of cash for an organization at any level. So first we have to learn what are the utilities of this cash flow statement analysis, or rather we can say that the purpose of the cash flow statement analysis. Its purpose is to show where an entity's cash is being actually generated, from where the cash is being generated, also known as cash inflows, and where it is being spent, that is the cash outflows, over a specific period of time. That is why those who have done cash flow statement analysis, if you remember the type of questions that you used to solve, you could see that 2-year data was served to you, and you had to calculate the generation and the spending level of the organization of cash. So this is done over a specific period of time. It is very important for analyzing the liquidity and the long-term solvency of a particular company. This cash flow statement uses cash basis accounting instead of accrual basis accounting, which are two broad concepts in accountancy. That is used for the balance sheet and the income. The accrual basis accounting, which is used for the balance sheet and the income statement by most of the companies. Now, instead of using the accrual basis of accounting, the cash flow statement will use the cash basis of accounting. Now let me tell about the definition of it. The cash flow statement will be a statement that will reveal the causes that has led the organization to change in its cash balance between dates of two balance sheets of the firm. The balance sheet data will be given in the question, and you have to prepare the cash flow statement on the basis of the information provided in the balance sheet. Now, it provides information regarding the amount of cash generated from different sources by the organization, their different uses, and ultimately the net impact on cash balance during the asked period. Thus, you can say that it is a statement which explains where cash came from during a period and where it was spent, and thereby it will give us an idea about changes in the cash balance of the organization. There are certain important features of it. See, before doing the sums, you have to know that how this cash flow statement is actually prepared. For that reason, learning the theory is a bit important in this stage. That's why I have taken up this topic. And after you thoroughly understand that what the cash flow statement is actually about, then you can easily solve the sums. Today I will tell you about the different entities that are prepared in the cash flow statements also, and accordingly you can follow the format of it. You can get it in any book of management accounting and cost accounting. You will find proper format of the cash flow statement, and accordingly, as per my discussion today, you can compare the entities that are required in the cash flow statement, and accordingly you can solve the sums. So there are certain features as I was talking about. This statement will generally be prepared for a year, hence it is periodical in nature. This is the simple feature of it. Next is the system is also dynamic, as it shows movement of cash and causes of changes in cash balance from the beginning balance sheet up to the date of the next balance sheet that will be provided to you. It will classify the activities that has affected the cash as operating activities, investing activities, and the financing activities. See, these three type of activities, that are the operating, investing, and the financing activities. These will be the basic entities of a particular cash flow statement analysis, and you have to identify which items will fall under the operating activities and which item will go under investing activities and which item will go under the financing activities. Then the cash flow statement will highlight the cash earning capacity of the firm. It will point out different sources from which the cash flow has been collected and various purposes for which that cash has been utilized during that period, that time period. It will enable the outside users related to the business, that is the stakeholders, to evaluate the short-term financial decisions, liquidity, and the solvency position of the firm. It will help the management to take capital budgeting decision more rationally and judicially. You have done capital budgeting decision in your third semester in the topic financial management. So if you remember, in there you had to select the best project out of few given projects with the use of different techniques such as NPV and IRR and all that. So in this cash, if you know perfectly that what are the cash in your hand in the organization, then you can make better use of your available information to take the most rational and the judicious decision for your organization. Then the cash flow statement analysis will show the factors that will contribute to the reduction of cash balance in spite of increasing of profit or decreasing the profit. So it will not give you a clear idea about what is going to be the impact of the different factors that you will be analyzing for increasing the profit or decreasing the profit. Rather, it will give you a clear idea about the factors that is going to contribute to the reduction of the cash balance. Now, whether the factors have contributed in a positive way or in a negative way for the firm, that is important. So through the cash flow statement analysis, you can easily understand from where the organization has generated the cash and where it has utilized the cash, so that the stakeholders get their all required sources of information from your cash flow statement. Then it will explain the reasons for the low cash balance. It will also give you the clear idea that why, if you are holding low balance of cash, then why the balance is low. That will also be clearer from this cash flow statement format that you will be preparing with the figures. Then it will explain why there is huge idle cash in spite of loss suffered. If an organization after preparing the cash flow statement, you find that the cash amount is quite high and it has not been utilized, whereas the firm is making loss. If this is the scenario, then in the coming year that you can make proper utilization of the cash that is falling idle in your bank or in hand. Then you can make proper decision regarding the use of the cash in the upcoming year. Finally, the cash flow statement will help the management in planning the repayment of loans, then the arrangement of credits and all that. Okay, so these were the different types of features or the objectives of a cash flow statement analysis. Now there are some limitations also, but that is not much required at this point of time. More than that, what is required is you have to understand the different entities what are required in the cash flow statement analysis in the particular format. You, as I told, you can find it in any cost and management accounting book, and then you can compare my discussion with the format which you will be seeing. So as per the accounting standard 3, this a revised format has been created for the cash flow statement analysis. Now there are basically certain entities, as I already told, that you have to understand and memorize the type of entities that has to be there. In other words, you have to memorize the particular format of the cash flow statement. After that, you can easily solve the sum. Now first thing that you have to memorize or you have to understand is the term cash. It consists of the cash on hand and the demand deposits made with the banks. Then you have to understand the term cash equivalents. This means the short term and highly liquid investments which may be readily converted to cash of known amounts and which are subjected to an insignificant risk regarding changes in the value. These are held mainly to meet the short term cash commitments. An investment may be considered as a cash equivalent only where it has a short maturity period. Then you have to understand the term called cash flows. This means the inflows and outflows of cash. I hope you understand. The next entity is very important, and this creates the first heading of your cash flow statement analysis as well, which is called the operating activities. In the format you can see the heading cash generated or cash flows from operating activities. This will be the first heading in your cash flow statement. Then under this operating activities, you have to identify the figures which will actually come under this particular heading. The first is the cash received from the sale of goods and services, then cash payment to suppliers of goods and services, then the cash payment to employees, cash receipts from the royalties, fees, commission and other revenue, payment and refund of income tax. In the case of insurance companies, cash receipts and payments for premium received and claims and other benefits to the policy holders. These all things will come under the heading cash generated or cash flows from operating activities. Now there will be certain plus and certain minus. Let me tell you in a brief that what are the items that will be added and what are the items that will be deleted from the cash generated from the operating activities. First thing, you have to add the increase in the current liabilities, and you have to also add the decrease in the current asset, whereas you have to deduct the increase in current asset and decrease in current liabilities. So like this you will find certain other terms also when you will see the cash flow statement format under the indirect method that has been provided by the accounting standard 3. Now next entity that will be here will be investing activities. Example of such activities can be cash received from the sale of fixed assets including the intangibles, then purchase of fixed assets including intangibles and payments relating to capitalized and development cost and self-constructed fixed assets, purchase of securities for cash such as shares, warrants and debt instruments of other enterprises, then the purchase and sale of investment. So whatever investment you are making in the short and the long run, that will be given in your balance sheet along with the adjustments you have to follow, and then you will have to bring those figures under the heading cash flows from investing activities. Then the third one or the last one will be the cash generated from the financing activities. Here the examples can be the cash receipts from the issue of shares and other similar instruments, the cash receipts from the issue of debentures, bonds or long or short term or other short term redemption of shares and repayment of amounts that has been borrowed. So these are the different items for financing activities. I mean that for financing the activities of your organization, from where you have generated the cash and where you have utilized the cash, that you have to identify from the given balance sheet. Now you don't have to worry. I think when I was discussing the examples you got totally confused, but nothing to be confused. Okay, you just follow a particular format of a cash flow statement and learn the items that are to be present in these three entities, that is cash flow from operating activities, cash flow from investing activities and cash flow from financing activities. So these three things, if you can memorize to be precise with, you can easily prepare the cash flow statement. So if possible you follow this discussion and prepare a cash flow statement analysis and take the help of a particular management accounting book that is available for you. So thank you for listening, and I'll be back with my next discussion very soon. Thank you.
This and other episodes of Radio EduPods, Radio for Learning, are available on Listen to My Radio app at 6 p.m. from Monday to Friday and at 6 a.m. from Tuesday to Saturday. All episodes are available on Salesian TV YouTube channel. Share, like and subscribe Salesian TV, the ultimate learning resource channel.